For this final presentation, we're going to be reviewing the Cinepolis case, orchestrating the business model. In the agenda, we have 4 points to cover. First, the overview. Second, the sense making. Third, connecting the dots. And fourth, deploying. Okay, so let's go for the company context. We are having Cinepolis, which is one of the largest movie theater companies in the world. It was founded in Mexico in 1971. It's a very traditional business model that is centered in movie exhibition through physical theaters, generating revenue primarily from ticket sales, concessions, and premium cinema experiences. However, the rise of streaming platforms, changing consumer behavior, and the fragmentation of the entertainment consumption are compelling the company to fundamentally rethink its role in the market. To begin this sense-making section, we're gonna digest the 4 sources of discontinuity. In this case, first of all, the macro and micro forces that are eroding the traditional cinema value proposition and opening the door to orchestration-based strategies. So for the macro aspects, we have that consumers are becoming more selective with experiences due to economic uncertainty, increasing alternatives, and inflationary pressures. Then we have that going to the movies is no longer a default leisure activity because, younger generations seek social and immersive experiences and, in the end, personalized consumption. In the other hand, with the micro, we have streaming platforms weaken that theatrical exclusivity. This eroding its historical control over the content distribution. In the end, the value migrated from passive consumption toward participative engagement. In the second half of these 4 sources, we have the regulatory complexity and the technological disruption. So first of all, we have the regulations. The regulatory environment is much more complex as it becomes more digital and personalized with changes on now IP and distributed and monetized. Then we have the governments which are seeking ways to revitalize urban life after the pandemic, placing major allocentric opportunity for us as cinema. Last, we have the tech aspect, the technological. Historically, studios created, cinemas distributed, and audiences consume. Now, creators produce, communities amplify, algorithms distribute, and users co-create experiences. It transforms theaters from static venues into adapted entertainment systems. Technology shifts entertainment from viewing to participation. So, from what we have seen in previous slides, we can start connecting the dots and begin to treat the allocentric business model. This transformation is not only about adding new services or experiences. The real strategic shift comes from how the initiatives connect to the orchestration logic. Each one strengthens the ecosystem by coordinating the specialized nodes and increasing the total value created across the network. Then, as Cinepolis, we don't just show movies, we orchestrate experiences with our simple purpose of enrich people's lives by creating moments that matter through the power of stories and experiences. We establish our connecting principles. First, we start with the asset light. Instead of investing in more physical theaters, Cinepolis must leverage external actors such as creators, gaming companies, streaming platforms, and so on. Fixed assets will be modular infrastructure that these actors can use and enhance. Second, we have sophisticated nodes. Cinepolis will orchestrate these interactions between participants and their capabilities rather than producing everything internally. The ecosystem becomes more valuable because every node contributes expertise that Cinepolis does not need to own internally. Third, we have the keep orchestrating. Cinepolis will continually redesign experiences depending on consumer behavior and trends, eliminating its dependence on Hollywood releases. Here defines the change of the business model from fixed to adaptive. And last but not least, we have transparency. This system requires trust and visibility between participants, becoming capabilities that differentiates Cinepolis from others. Cinepolis, we don't just show movies, we orchestrate experiences. The focus shifts from owning the experience to coordinating a network of experiences. So we have the different levels that goes from streaming platforms, gaming companies, content creators, local communities, and brand and sponsors, all being orchestrated in the community of Cinepolis. Finally, we have Cinepolis deploying strategy. We decide to deal with it in 4 stages. Third, we have the platform business design. The new Cinepolis will operate as a platform that orchestrates physical, digital, and social entertainment ecosystems. Revenue no longer depends mainly on tickets, diversifying streams. The more participants join, the more valuable the ecosystem becomes. Second, we have unique and enabler processes. The competitive advantage is no longer a screen itself. The advantages becomes rapid event orchestration, data analytics, ecosystem coordination, modular experience design, and community management. Cinepolis develops processes that enables others to create value inside the ecosystem. Third, we have the paradox of complexity. Externally, the experience feels simple: one app, one membership, and seamless experience. Internally, however, Cinepolis coordinates a variety of factors and services. It hides this complexity behind a frictionless customer experience, becoming difficult for competitors to imitate. Last, we have knowledge Legos plus plug and play. This model works through modular partnership. New participants can easily integrate without redesigning the whole organization. It creates a scalable orchestration architecture increasingly adaptably in a non-linear market. So for this project for Cinepolis, we propose that the new Cinepolis will no longer define itself as a movie theater chain. Instead, a platform that orchestrates entertainment communities, creators, brands, and immersive experiences across the physical and digital ecosystems. Thank you.